On February 25th, 1960, was a day in boxing history that will never be forgotten, as Cassius Clay, later to be known as Muhammad Ali, won his very first heavyweight title. Here's the story behind this iconic event today on Daily Sports History. Welcome to Daily Sports History. I'm Ethan Reese, your guide to a rapid deep dive into sports history every day. Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. was born in Louisville, Kentucky in 1942. That was just the start to this iconic boxer's life. And at the age of 12, really set in motion events that would make him an icon. A young Cassius had his bike stolen, and in the 1950s, your bike was very precious. When he finally found his bike and who took it, he was seeking revenge and went to go fight the thief. But luckily, a police officer was there to stop the fight. His name was Joe Martin. And not only was he a police officer, he was also a boxing coach that specialized in coaching youth boxers. And Martin steered Clay into the boxing world to release some of that anger he had stored and that ferociousness that he had. Cassius showed great fortitude in the ring during his time as an amateur, and he won 6 Gold Glove tournaments in Kentucky, and went on to win 2 National Gold Glove tournaments, the top prize for amateur boxers. Then when he turned 18 in 1960, he made the Olympic team, and in the Rome Olympics, in the light heavyweight division, he won gold, starting to make a name for himself at the world's top athletic event. Shortly after, he turned pro, and he would start his boxing career, going 19-0, which led him to be up to fight Sonny Liston for the heavyweight championship in Miami Beach, Florida. Liston was a good heavyweight champion, and against all odds, before the fight, Ali had just beat Britain's champion, Henry Cooper, at Wembley Stadium, showing he had the skills for the heavyweight fight. But Liston was no ordinary heavyweight champion. He was an intimidating fighter, and often considered one of the best heavyweight champions of all time. But little did he know, he was heading up against the GOAT in heavyweight boxing. Now, Cassius had a unique style of speed and agility. He moved around a lot, which gave him the moniker that he always used, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. And Liston was more comparable to a raging bull. He learned how to box while actually in jail, serving time for armed robbery. This definitely affected his boxing style and showed that he could be ferocious in the ring. But at the time, Liston was 32 years old, which is often considered over the hill in the boxing world. Cassius Clay was only 24. A good moment for a big fight. From the opening bell, Liston came out charging at Clay, and Clay kept moving and using his speed, as he always did. As the rounds wore on, so did Liston. He couldn't keep up his ferociousness, and Clay just kept dancing around him. When the bell rang for the 7th round, Clay got up and noticed that Liston had spat out his mouthguard and was refusing to stand up and come back to finish the fight. Cassius Clay had won by technical knockout and became the heavyweight champion of the world. And this was the start of Ali's historic rise to stardom. Shortly after the fight, Cassius Clay had changed his name to Ali after joining the Islamic faith, becoming very close friends with Malcolm X, who was at the heavyweight fight that day. This name change and religious thought would go on to follow Ali through his career, especially in 1967 when he refused to join the army, which made it hard for him to continue to box. That didn't mean he didn't stop. In fact, Ali was boxing until the year 1981, when he had his final fight, having fought 61 fights in his professional career, finishing his career with a 56-5 record. He's had many great fights with great names, such as the Rumble in the Jungle and the Thrilla in Manila. Many fought in other locations due to boxing regulations not allowing them to fight because he didn't join the war in 1967. But he still made it his way and captivated the world with his boxing acumen. That's just a little taste of Ali's career, as we could spend probably 10 podcasts diving into all his fights. So this is just a taste, and we will definitely come back to Ali again on Daily Sports History. Thank you for listening to Daily Sports History. If you like this, go tell a friend, hey, Daily Sports History rocks. Come listen. And you both can come back tomorrow for more Daily Sports History.